Okay, this is it. This is a video for a friend of mine. It's a Logic Pro beginner's video to get you recording ideas. Let's see where I can start here. So I'm in QuickTime. I have create a new empty project. Audio. Whatever. Create. Quick help is a nuisance but handy. I've turned on my key commands, but they're not working. So let me just go to mouse pose. Ones with modifiers, all keystrokes. May get confusing, but some of the keystrokes and the key commands in Logic are only one key. For instance, I think I even got another cool thing here. Look at, I got a zoom lens. Okay, this is the inspector. Inspector starts with the letter I. Memorize this. It's handy. It's fun. You can show it. You can get rid of it. It makes you feel like you are actually in control of things. Gives you more screen real estate. I. This is the channel strip. This is the corresponding arrange window channel strip, I guess. We're going to record an audio. Well, why would we record audio right now without hearing anything? So let's hit play and see what happens. Can't hear nothing. Let's turn on the metronome. This is the reason why I'm making this video, is to show you, I think that the key command for the metronome on and off is the letter K. Now, I hate using the mouse pointer because I have carpal tunnel syndrome. Now, I'm doing a lot better because I use key commands. Now, this is the metronome, and I could click it. Don't click it. Well, it says click K, so it gives you the, there you go. So it is K. That turns it on and off. The other way to find out what that, that key command is, and it's very important to not take shortcuts, although we're trying to learn keyboard shortcuts. But don't take shortcuts that prevent you from learning. And I love this video format because I'm yelling at my friend right now and she cannot respond to me by going, yes, I know. So, yes, that says click K. But what if it were a larger key command that doesn't come up and say what to click? Option K. Remember this. Remember this window for all new users of Logic 10 and up. There's two types of key commands. One I call some of them a toggle, and some of them are just a single. That one is a single because if I hit Option K again, it won't go away. It just keeps typing in a asterisk or whatever the symbol is for Command K into that field. We don't want that. So you say, well, what is a toggle? What do you mean by toggle? Well, let's close this window. How can I close this window? Command W. Closes the window. When I say a toggle is like the inspector, for instance. I turns it off, I turns it on. It's a toggle. Key command I, keyboard shortcut, whatever you want to call it, keyboard shortcut I, toggles the inspector. Option K, which brings up the keyboard, what's it called? Key commands window. Super important to learn this window. Option K will not get rid of it, Command W will. Perfect example. Why did Command W just show close window here? It shouldn't have closed the window. The reason why it did not close the window, it's showing me what my key command is, because this is the list of key commands. Now, if I wanted this key command, Command W, to work, I would have to have this cursor highlighted in here. Right now, the focus, you must learn this stuff. The focus is right now inside this window. In any command I type in right now, like I can't undo because it'll show me Command Z is undo. And it's actually not highlighted because you can't change it, because that's a universal key command. What's another one? I don't know. There's thousands of them. Command G, snap to grid, on and off. It's not changing anything. It's showing me what the key command is. So Command W will not close the window because I'm in this field. My focus is right here. This sounds like I'm talking to a little 2-year-old, but it's important because it's frustrating to watch when you're trying to learn it. Now, if I move the focus from here up into this window, which I don't know how to move it there with a key command. Yes, I do. Is it tab? Yes, tab is now put the blue box into this field. It is the focus right now of this window. If I type a key, it goes where the flashing cursor is. To hit tab again, now I am in focus with the key command search, let's call it for now. Let's tab back over to here, and I will hit Command W, and the window closes. That was a 3 or 5 minute thing just on how to get in and out of the window and how it operates. It even gets more confusing. So let's go to that window again. Option K. And I've got this key command, every key command I do, popping up to annoy whoever is watching this. So our focus is here. I'm not sure, sometimes I'm not sure where it pops up here or there. It doesn't matter at this point. You can tab between focus. Blue, blue. Tab, blue. Okay, why have I gotten all this? This is where you learn your key commands that you want to create yourself. We're not going to get into customizing them yet. I'll go through this at a later date. And I can say right now, I won't even say anything because it just gets too complicated. But it is important to learn all of these, well, not all of them, as many as you can, and understand how to use this window. That's for later to improve your workflow. So let's close it. If I hit Command W, I can tell my focus is in here because they're lit, they're white, and this is not blue. Will show me the key command, Command W, and it didn't do it. Interesting. Oh, I'm learning myself. It won't work unless you have one of these rows highlighted. This is where I told you it gets frustrating. If I tab over, I'm here. If I tab back, okay, it was grayed out, so now it's blue. Little things like that are going to piss you off. So let's get out of this window because it's all I wanted to really go through. That's the key commands window. Tab over, Command W, it's gone. So all that was basically to explain that the letter K will turn the metronome on and off. And why did I get to that? Because of not hearing anything. K can hear the metronome now. So now technically I could record something. Oops, that was escape. No. Oh, I deleted the track. Can't undo that. Okay, anyways. Sorry, I hit delete accidentally. So I almost want to stop it right there, but I'm not going to. You can pause it and go have a coffee or a tea and come back, because I don't feel like editing a million YouTube videos. Part 2. We've opened it up and we've got an audio channel strip and track in the arrange page here. What my friend was doing was recording audio here. So let's hit play. and she was recording herself to some acoustic guitar and what have you. What she had done was we had a template set up with a bunch of compressors and EQ and all this stuff on here. Unfortunately, because she doesn't use the software often enough, is that she didn't have them on. She wasn't using the compressor. The channel strip had the plug-in in it, on it. It had a EQ on it, but she hadn't engaged them and she wasn't using them. And when you record audio, it's probably a good idea to get some good levels is to use a little bit of compression on the way in instead of trying to compress it after it's been recorded and printed to tape, printed to the hard drive, printed. It's a print. You can't undo it. So you probably would like to have some compression on it. So what I'm doing for her right now is forgetting about templates and templates, or however you want to pronounce it. You have to go through these steps to learn the software. If you don't do it, you'll never know how to correct it or why it's acting the way it is. So this is a brand new audio channel strip and track here with nothing on it. One thing I will say, she would continuously leave input monitoring on and have like 5 different audio tracks of vocals with every single one with the input monitoring on. I'm not going to explain why and how it works through the channel strip because she really doesn't listen anyways. So it has to be off. I don't know. Paint a giant letter orange eye on the wall. You use it to listen to what's through the channel strip. For instance, let's put on a audio effect, a delay, an echo. Simplest thing on the planet. Don't know why those are coming up through controls. That someone could tell me that. All right. So can we hear why this is so low? I have no idea. Test. If you have input monitoring on and you're recording, check. Check. I don't know why this keeps going so low. Check. Well, when you're armed, check. Okay, I'm not going to get into all this anyways. You can't have those eyes on. Like, so now I'm getting sidetracked. Why does the audio keep jumping down to half level? If you option click it, it goes back there. Is there automation on here? No. Okay, let's get rid of this echo. Right click, no, what is it? Click hold, no plugin. So let's put in a compressor. Someone tell me why this is not coming up, editor, please. Here's the compressor. So she had a compressor on the track, but she didn't have it on. So test 1, test 2, test. I don't know why these aren't actually working. Input monitoring on. Let's find out what the key command for input monitoring is, and let's call this a video, because I'm just doing this like without any audio gear attached, and we're not going to get into that. So if I want to turn input monitoring on, what's the key command? Well, it doesn't show me the key command there. It says input monitoring. That's all it says. No key command. So how do I find the key command? Option K. Write this one down. Print it on your freaking wall. Do something. Input monitoring. So how can I find it? I don't know the key command, so I can't find it by typing in the key command. Let's try the window over here and search key commands with a text search. Tab over, because you could easily click this and you're there, but we're not talking about clicking the mouse. Tab over and type in input monitoring to search for the key command. So here's a little trick. I don't have to type input monitoring in full. It's sort of like Google search. It'll do the work for you. So let's go input and stop at input. I think it's almost already found it. No, not quite. So input monitoring, let's just skip over by space and put in MON. Input monitoring. I didn't have to type the whole thing. Input and MON is enough information for it to search out and find the IN, considering the INP MON is a match within input monitoring. Toggle auto input monitoring. And it also found this one, IMP, which, whatever, it'll find it for you. Here it is. Toggle channel strip input monitoring. Control I. We now know it. Let's close this window. I could hit Command W right now, but it will just show me Command W. It's actually being very... Oh, it's getting glitchy now because of the frickin' screensaver. So let's just click Command W it that way. Fine, don't worry about it. It was getting glitchy there. I'm running like 3 things here. So if you want to listen to what this compressor is doing or any of these channel strip settings, you use input monitoring. Don't click it. Don't click it. Control I. Avoid feedback. Okay, whatever. This is all just because I'm not using a audio device. And it dropped it down. I think that's why it's dropping it down to avoid feedback. That must be a feature that I didn't see before. Let's just leave it at that. If I go to choose audio device, yes, of course, it's a built-in microphone. They know that it's working within the system and it would feed back. So let's just close this window, Command W. And that's the video. This is aggressive baby steps in Logic Pro 10.3. Learn how to use the key commands window is the lesson of the day. Now, here's another tip before I go. While there is text inside this box, while there is text inside this, what do they call these? Drawers? Window drawer? This box, you will not be able, you could tab over. No, you wouldn't be able to tab over. Let me, oh, the frickin' stupid. Okay, what I'm trying to show you is if there's text in this window and I click over onto this area to move my focus into this area, which it's trying to do, but it's not because it's lagging because of my screensaver. There we go, something's highlighted. Fine. For whatever reason, if I wanted to find what Command Z does right now, let me try it. It's not showing me where Command Z is. And you're going to be pulling out your hair. All I want to do is see where this is. I want to look something up in reverse. Why can't I just do that? Since there is text in this field, even though it's not highlighted, it will not allow you to run through your key commands through a reverse search. For instance, if I want to go Option G, nothing's happening. Now watch carefully. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to highlight this text and delete it. Now it is, for whatever reason, this field is empty. I can tab over to this field again and hit Option G. Now it finds it. Don't ask me why. Configure global tracks. So if you're having trouble trying to figure out something by searching it in reverse, for instance, if I just wanted to see what Shift R does, capture as recording. So a lot of the reasons why you would do reverse searching like that is, well, let's say I want to go, okay, I don't know, I'm not going to do this off the top of my head. We'll go Shift R again. You're looking for ones that are right near it, that are similar, like capture as recording and play, or discard recordings. It always has to do with what your command is. So what's a command I put in here. It's hard to think of commands when you're not using them. No, these are from my old computer. There we go, one. Set punch in locator by playhead. So why would I look this up in reverse? Well, because then I can look up set left locator by playhead. I can look set punch in locator by rounded playhead. It's a way to hone in on other options that are related to what you're looking for. Okay, I think that's confusing enough. And fucking look back at these videos if you want to see what's going on. There's a good one. Option K, open key commands window. It even shows you how to get into this window. I'm going to tab over to here so that I can use Command W to close the window. All right. I think that's it. Hopefully you're mad at me. End of Logic Pro video tutorial. How do I get out of this? I haven't done this in a while. One of these is QuickTime.